Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, we're going to be finding out what happens if Arthur goes to look for Angelo Bronte, but doesn't have any money. So the reason why this is significant is there are two events in this mission where Arthur is required to hand over cash in exchange for service. One of them is paying for a drink at the bar, hoping the bartender will actually tell him where Angelo Bronte is. And another one is giving a couple of kids in the back alley some money so that they'll lead him to Angelo Bronte. So I've been thinking, what would happen if Arthur had no money for either of these events? Because we've seen in examples in the past, if Arthur doesn't have money, like for example at the doctor's office, this will happen. Someone will step in and basically save the day.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be fine in a minute. There. I'm fine.
Nearly there, just around this corner. Here we are, friend.
Will I need money?
Here. Take this.
Oh, thank you.
So because of that event right there at the doctor's office, I wanted to see if the same thing would happen here. If Arthur had no money while looking for Angelo Bronte, would he be able to successfully complete the mission? Or would some good Samaritan have to step in and ultimately save the day? Would the kids, say, oh, it's okay, Mr. Arthur. We're not going to take your money this time. So you guys can see here that I am in Chapter 4. You obviously need to be in Chapter 4 to start this mission, and you're going to need to do the mission, The Joys of Civilization, the very first mission in Chapter 4. Now, for me, the easiest way to get rid of all of your money is just to simply donate everything you have to camp. So that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and upgraded the entire camp, and then I donated all that I had, which was $2,459.33 to the camp, which I would not recommend doing. If you're going to donate to camp, donate in like $20 increments. It's not worth it to do what I did and give like $2,000. But regardless, now Arthur has $0 on his character. He has no money on him whatsoever. So from there, what we need to do is travel to Saint Denis. And you guys need to head to the Bastille Saloon. That is where this mission is going to be taking place. And again, just to confirm, to make sure I didn't pick up any money along the way, you guys can see here that I have $0 and 0 cents before entering the bar. And when you enter, this cutscene with Dutch will begin the mission.
Stick 'em up, cowboy.
Yeah, real funny, Dutch.
Oh, I thought so. So, here we are in a strange land of papists and rapists. America's very own Gomorrah.
This city's all look the same to me. So, how you get on?
I've been asking around about Mr. Bronte. From what I've heard, this establishment is our best lead, but I haven't had any joy in there so far.
So, I should just give it a shot?
I think so. Just keep it cool.
You know me?
I'll meet you back here anon.
Okay, so once that cutscene is over, you have to go inside and you have to go to the bar and see if you can figure out any information on Angelo Bronte. And basically, you have to wait for the bartender to ultimately stop having a conversation with this dude talking about how great it is to live in Saint Denis. And then when that happens, the bartender will ask Arthur if he's a whiskey man, basically implying that he's going to buy one. And he also gives the bartender one for himself. So with no money, let's see what happens if Arthur can actually pay for this or if someone will step in and save the day.
Now, how can I help? You look like a whiskey man.
Sure.
$1, please.
For a whiskey?
Oh, that's the real stuff. From Scotland.
Okay. Here, have one for yourself.
Well, thank you.
So, mister, can I ask you a question? You ever hear of a fella by the name of Bronte?
Who's asking?
Me. I'm asking.
No, leave it, friend.
What do you mean, leave it?
Look, I don't know what business you in, but leave it, friend. You and your pal that was in here before.
Okay, so somehow, some way, even though Arthur has no money, he somehow managed to pull out $2 and pay for his whiskey and pay for the bartender's whiskey. That's kind of interesting. So I guess this was sort of an oversight on Rockstar's end. They didn't really think about it, the fact that you would have no money at this point in time. I guess it's a good assumption because by this point in Chapter 4, you've done bank robberies and train robberies and stagecoach heists. So, you know, there's a good chance that you would have at least $2. But that brings us to our second encounter where we meet the kids in the back alley. And long story short, Arthur has to pay one of the kids $5 in order to have him be led to Angelo Bronte. And when he meets the kids, this is what happens if Arthur has no money.
Hey, you got a cigarette, mister?
Maybe.
Huh?
I'm looking for a fellow named Angelo Bronte. Italian.
I know him. Everyone knows him.
Where is he?
We'll take you to him. What it'll cost?
I reckon I can pay.
$5.
Where's he live? New York?
I'm an entrepreneur. If you don't want to pay, then I don't want to walk.
Let's buy bread. Here. Come on.
This away. Let's go, mister. You coming, Cleet?
So wow, once again, with no money on his person, Arthur is somehow able to come up with a mysterious $5 in order to pay this little street urchin kid. Now, I still wanted to confirm, even with no money, if this kid would steal Arthur's satchel. And yes, it turns out the rest of the mission does continue to proceed like normal. So that kid literally got away with absolutely nothing. I guess Arthur keeps a little bit more than just money in that satchel. But that's interesting. Rockstar is so detail-oriented, yet in this mission right here, where there's two clear events that Arthur needs money, there aren't any extra cutscenes or lines of dialogue or good Samaritans that step in order for him to basically have a different interaction with the kids and the bartender if he doesn't have any money. And it just does seem strange that he's able to pull money out of thin air, the $2 that he gave to the bartender and the $5 that he ultimately gave to the little street urchin kid. But as you guys know, eventually you have to either catch the street kid or you actually have to meet them at their little hideout. If you guys are interested in the difference between what happens if you catch the kid versus if Arthur gets ambushed at the end, I'll leave a link to that video in the description. For this video, I just got ambushed at the end, and when that occurs, this is what happens.
You better stop right now.
What's the problem, friend?
Give me my things, boy.
What are you talking about, friend?
I ain't your friend, but that kid is, and he robbed from me. Now give me back my stuff and take me to Angelo Bronte.
Senor Bronte.
That kid was gonna show me before he robbed me. Now, come on.
You new in town, mister?
Come on.
Mr. Bronte's got a lot of friends, mister, but I ain't never seen you.
We ain't friends.
You don't like no one, mister. Mr. Bronte, he's got fine hair. He got a beautiful house, and I am proud to work for him. He got 50 men, mister. Why he gonna care a thing about you?
I just want to speak with him.
I'm sure you do, mister. You and them friends of yours been asking about him all over town. He been mighty disrespected. Bunch of muddy Yankees in town asking questions. Well, you and your friend should pay him a visit, mister. He's got a big house on Flavian Street opposite the park.
Hey, yokel.
Now, get out of here.
So Arthur gets his stuff back, and what's funny is if you had any money, it's supposed to, like, you know, show on the side of the screen that you've earned, like, you know, $1,000 back. That didn't happen here because we didn't have any money. So I guess that's like the one big difference that occurs is when you get your satchel back, it doesn't actually say you earned anything. And then from there, all you have to do is meet up with Dutch, who is sitting on the bench near the trolley station, And this is actually a really funny cutscene because Arthur has to explain that he was basically robbed by a bunch of kids.
Where you been?
Getting robbed?
Who by?
Bunch of children.
I won't inquire anymore.
But I found Mr. Bronte. Seems to be some Italian Mr. Big in town. Everybody knows him, but nobody wants to talk about him. Apparently lives in a big house on Flavian Street opposite the park.
Good work.
So what now?
We go pay him a visit. I'll get John, you meet us there. Whatever it takes, we need to get that boy back.
I cannot decide which I like less. The swamps or the city. Both are full of parasites, reptiles, and slime. We're a long way east of land we know, and far from real open country.
So anyways, that is what happens if Arthur tries to find Angelo Bronte with no money in Red Dead Redemption 2. Unfortunately, it looks like this was an oversight by Rockstar, but nevertheless, it was a fun experiment to see what would happen. We've done stuff like this before with the Aberdeen Pig Farm and the doctor's office. If you guys have any other experiments you'd like me to try where Arthur or John has no money and can't buy a service or something needed to complete a mission, let me know in the comments down below, or you can reach out to me on my Facebook page. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.